there is an organized institution and set of people that actually designed this market.
Wow.
Intelligent mind that ensures that the structure and the model that flows in this market is coordinated. So I have trading system that does not need a stop loss, but it has point of invalidation.
Hi guys, welcome back to another exciting episode on the Patricon Money Show. From our last episode, Sir MJ Young here gave us deep insight on how trading can be done without necessarily using stop loss. And because of that, a lot of people came up with a lot of conversations in our comment section, and that is the reason why we had to bring back Sir MJ Young, a seasoned trader, a strategy developer, and someone who has at least a decade of experience in the trading industry. And he's here to explain, to give us more insight on what he meant by stop loss is not risk management. Thank you so much, sir, for coming back on this episode of the Patricon Money Show.
Thank you so much, Mr. Innocent. I'm glad to actually...
The last conversation we had, a lot of people have seen viral videos of you where you make specific statements that actually trigger a mindset shift. But a lot of them are actually asking, our audience want to know why you are not on social media. Do you have like a social media platform that they can learn from?
Well, why I'm not on social media for a time is actually intentional. Okay. The truth of the matter is I do have respect for social media, but then there is a point in your life you need to also curtail distraction when you are developing yourself and when you are building certain things, especially in our industry, the forest industry. A lot of people's journey are prolonged by social media. One of the things you'll find about seasonal profitable trader is the moment they begin to attain consistent profitability, the more they stay away from various trading community groups and social media, because it also have impact on your trading psychology.
Wow.
Okay, so for time, it was intentional, but with the request from last year to now, with more than 5,000 to 10,000 people, I think we will be here to contribute our quota. But most importantly, you see, as a beginner, you must start with guidance, because worse than ignorance is the unguided pursuit for anything in life.
Wow.
Be it business in real estate, be it physical business, be it anything you want to do, and especially in this industry. If you are not properly guided, your pursuit is going to be worse than your ignorance, because there is something that is called known ignorance. Known ignorance is not something people are used to, but there's something called known ignorance. Known ignorance is a point where a man's pursuit is unguided and leads him to a deeper conviction that the knowledge he has, although faulty, the man thinks is the accurate knowledge. And that knowledge is another deeper level, create a deeper level of ignorance, where you begin to defend what is not working, even at the expense of your own self.
Wow.
So it is called known ignorant, and then it prevents you from opening yourself to accurate knowledge. So you find people arguing over things they are supposed to be learning from because of known ignorance, because their results or their bankruptcy of their results is a proof that they are suffering from known ignorance. It means they are not entirely ignorant. It's just that the knowledge they have is not accurate, and then it's preventing them from an accurate knowledge.
Sir, our viewers are really curious from the last episode. You made a very critical statement that really gave us a mindset shift when it comes to the use of stop loss. You said stop loss is not risk management. So the question now is, if stop loss is not risk management, what then is risk management?
If stop loss is not risk management, what then is risk management? I think I'm going to be diving into a lot into the heart and the core of risk management. Maybe not entirely on this one episode, right? But it is important because you know that stop loss is a rule in the market. It's a rule that is being propagated in the market. And it is important you actually have a stop loss. But it is not compulsory to use a stop loss in trading. Now, I only said Stop loss is not risk management. I didn't even say people should not use risk. You should not use risk management. I said stop loss is not. But risk management involves the use of stop loss. But the question is, what stop loss am I talking about? There are two kinds of stop loss in the forex market. Guys, listen to me carefully. When I'm talking, you're going to find that if you have spent time paying what I call the price for the chart, your chart will begin to make many sense to you. It will begin to open your eyes to see. Please listen very carefully. Listen very, very carefully. The fact that I'm putting on a military uniform does not make me a military man. But there is no military man without a military uniform. Okay. So stop loss is not risk management, but there's no risk management without the use of stop loss. So what many people should be more concerned about is, what then is stop loss? From my perspective, remember, I know what you call stop loss. There is the traditional stop loss, where you go to the chart and people teach you and tell you, okay, and now there's nothing wrong with that, except that is part of the reason you are failing.
Where they give you a specific
where they give you a specific
where you should place your stop loss.
Where you should place your stop loss. For example, your mentor told you never trade without a stop loss. Now, many people said it, okay? And the question is not if you shouldn't trade without a stop loss, is what actually is stop loss that you should trade with. Okay. Because do not forget that this is an industry. Now, I'm going to dedicate a special time to talk about the forex ecosystem. Okay. There is three components of the ecosystem of the forex space. In this space, there are three parts. There is the industry, there is the trader, and there is the market. These are the three elements that makes up the ecosystem of the forex industry space. And why this is very important is because if you do not understand the industry, you will be building and programming yourself for failure without even knowing. And this is what I want to say, because what I want to talk about today is so important and sensitive that I need to explain. You need to sit back, listen carefully, and listen again to understand what I'm telling you. Because you might be arguing out of non-ignorance, not necessarily ignorance. Your non-ignorance might be emanating from the fact that you have been taught never trade without the use of traditional stop loss. So that begin to hinder your understanding. You are hearing from that lens and perspective. And then you are angry that MJ is saying stop loss is not risk management. But MJ also said that risk management involve stop loss. Is that okay? There's no risk management without stop loss. So here is the thing now, Innocent. This ecosystem, which is the industry, the trader, and the markets, brings us to a proper place to know what is driving statements. If I make a statement, where is that statement coming from? So I want to just give a little background. Okay, the industry in itself is more bigger than the trader and the market. The market responds to the industry. The trader responds to the industry. And unfortunately, in this part of the world, people were taught more to focus on the market rather than on the industry and on the trader. There is an organized institution and set of people that actually designed this market. Intelligent mind that ensures that the structure and the model that flows in this market is coordinated.
Okay, so are you trying to say that the information we have currently as retail traders is actually given to us for the
that is what I'm saying.
Control?
I am saying to you that the industry actually designed most of the curriculum. The ideology that is driving the 95% of people that are losing as traders in the market. Remember, it is from the industry to the trader, then to the market. This is the sequence for which forex must be studied, learned, and understood before execution. You start from the industry because the industry has designed the ideology that drives the trader that goes to the market. So why do you think, Innocent, let's be serious, why do you think 95% of people are failure in this industry? You see,
even when we have different
even when you have different strategies, you have strategies, exactly. You have SMC, smart money concept, you have break of structure, you have break of every structure, you have broken all the structure, and now you are broken yourself. So you find out that the trader himself does not understand. Let me be frank with you. We are not that dumb not to understand a break of structure.
Because looking at most of these strategies, they are actually as simple as ABC. So how is it that traders are still not able to be profitable?
Because that is what we're talking about right now. We're saying that we are not that dumb. You went to school, you graduated. You did a lot of hard work, you understood it. But somebody is convincing you that you do not understand forex because forex is hard. Now, forex is traded at the market, but you have not understood the industry the institutional level of trading, how it is designed to work. So because of that, you really think the problem is the market. I want to say this because, please, just give me a little time. Is that okay?
Yes.
The market does not make rule for the traders. The market does not make rule. Every rule that every trader trades today is a byproduct of someone else's belief and theories and model that they have come to believe. Wow. That simply means you do not just believe by coincidence that there's something called stop loss or that there is something called flipping. Somebody introduced your mind to it. And that knowledge and theory is driving your results. So if your result is producing failure, is coming as a feedback to you, which you don't like, or you don't like the feedback of your result, it simply means that you don't need to blame the market. You don't need to change the market. You need to come back to what ideology is driving your trading life.
So by implication, what you are trying to say is that there are people behind the scenes watching your every move in the market?
It is not about the people. It's beyond the people. People built it as an institution with technology and smart guys. Please follow this carefully.
Okay.
Follow this carefully. How did you, who made the people in the industry believe in smart money concept? Somebody propagated it. Now, a lot of people say I'm a smart money trader. Somebody also developed a theory called order block.
But we see sometimes these things actually work.
Yes, this is why they have to work. Because if you don't understand the industry, now I'm not saying smart money concept doesn't work. Okay. I'm trying to go beyond something. I'm trying to go beyond the market to introduce you to an industry before you understand what my theology and ideology is. Okay. This is not the ultimate, okay? You are free to pass by, you are free to keep practicing what you are, but I guarantee you, you will come back with pains again. Why are you recycling your pains for 5 years? How many times have you locked yourself and cried while you are still posting? Because you knew you stopped out. Because you did not understand what the industry on its own, how it works. You don't understand what drives the industry. So here is it. Here is it. The industry is the brain behind everything that happens to the markets. And the industry, I want to tell you something. The 95% are not failures by luck. They are not failures by chance. They are not failure coincidentally or by accident. It is the industry that structured the curriculum and the model intentionally to help the 95% think in a particular way, so that they trade in a certain way. And then when they go to the market and they are trading that way, the industry comes for them. Now, do you think the big banks, do you think the market maker, the big players and the broker do not know the very knowledge and theories that 95% of traders are trading? They know. They are mostly, the IC, whatever it is sponsored. I'm saying this and I'm saying it here. Now, most time it is actually an individual that started it. So you hear that it was somebody from Wall Street. It's an inside information. Inside trading does not end with Wall Street. Inside trading also, the manipulation also involve pushing out a specific theory. Now, here is it. Let's say we are 1 million traders entirely in the whole world. I'm just giving an example, right? And the industry want the 95% to remain failure. What do you think the industry is going to do? Is to structure a curriculum, a theory, a model, and push it out and tell everybody by that model, the 95% knows where to enter trade and where to fix their stop loss. Now, by that, the industry now build a software called sentimental software for analysis. This software now analyzes where the numbers of buyers are and how many people are buying at that level, and then know where the numbers of sellers are. So because they have driven an ideology and a theory that the 95% has adopted, embraced, and accepted, and they're executing, they all have their entering almost at the same level and their stop loss. So the industry allow them, let's play them. That's why they are players. Okay, let's allow them for a while. So you get in trade number 1, it's move, hit your TP, and you are fine. You get in trade number 2, and like, wow, this thing is working. Then the next 3 trade and 4 trade becomes a failure. You hit a stop loss. Now, here is this. You are not the only one that hit a stop loss. Every trader that has that model and ideology have all put stop loss in that place. Now, the industry has been watching you people, because this is an electronic system where they are able to X-ray and look at every activities. So there are people behind the scene with technology, which is the institution called the industry. And these people are able to see where your stop loss is. This is why we have what is called stop loss hunts. Okay, now I know most of you have known that, but now this is why we have hunting of stop loss. There are 2 ways the industry make people fail. Number 1, they drive an ideology and they know where the 95% stop loss is going to be. And then when these people put it, they come in and they pushed the market beyond that point by setting people. While they are looking at the sentimental software and technology that tells them how many people have gone out intentionally, then the market goes back. So when the stop loss is gone, the market goes now. You see the market going back at certain point. This is why people have built theories all around this market. Now, I want you to take note of something. You will find out that sometimes you discover that most people say they hit stop loss. They didn't hit stop loss. The industry is behind the hunt. They didn't know, because stop loss can also be hit by widening spread. There is a spread widening on existing trade that happens in the industry. The industry is made up of the market makers, the big banks, the big players in the institution, and including the broker. Please follow me. The broker is part of the industry. And then we now have the broker who integrates the IB. Okay, this is called the introducing broker, because I'm going to also be talking about where the IBs, who are now forex mentors and experts, become tools and instruments for the failure of the 95%. So I'm going to dedicate a special time to talk about that, because these are the structure. So the broker look at you right from his own. This is a part the industry has allocated to the broker, right? And then the broker looks at your trade, and you specifically, the broker widen your spread. If your trade is supposed to hit stop loss at 50 pips and you are 35 pips, all the broker need to do is to widen the spread for the existing trade, and it will breach the stop loss. And then the market goes. Originally, that is what they want you to see. But from the back end, it has not actually met that stop loss. You will now ask me and say, okay, MJ, how is that possible? That is why we have what is called 2 kind of book in the industry. We have the A book and the B book when we come to the brokerage, which is the DEX dealer and the non-DEX dealer. Now, when you come to the industry,
that seems to be like advanced knowledge.
Yes. When I'm speaking, you need to know the set of people I'm talking to. So if you don't understand me, listen to what again and understand. Is that okay? Yes. So you need to find out. So we have the DEX dealing broker and the non-DEX dealing broker, which creates the A book and the B book. and some are combination of A book and B book, and some are complete B book. Now, I'm exposing part of the things you know, but I want to show you the implication, how it affects the trader's outcome in the market. Now, they create those books on the theory of there is a 95% failure in this industry.
Okay.
That simply means the industry already know 95% of people will fail.
Failures.
And now, why should we now take your money, your account, to the liquidity provider? As a trader, when you deposit your money with the broker is supposed to connect that money to liquidity provider directly, so that whatever money you make is paid from the market through the liquidity provider. Okay. But now you are a businessman, and that is why the brokerage industry exists. They now look at it and said, fine, why should we lose this careless man's money? This man is arguing with MJ Young already. He's telling MJ Young that he has a strategy called the poverty must die strategy. That this strategy, once he can turn $100 to $10,000. So he comes with that mindset, programmed failure already, which the industry take advantage of by technology. And virtue of this technology, the industry is able to see ahead and welcome him.
Let me ask this question. Are influencers also?
No, don't worry. Wait, I said I'm coming to that. Innocent, don't rush me. You see, everybody, don't rush me. Allow me, I'm going to land for you. Okay. Hello, traders. My name is Sir MJ Young. I'm the founder of FX Oracle AI Global, and I'm here to introduce you to the funded program Africa, which is called the 7G Network. I want to introduce you to our academy and our sponsorship program. This program is specially designed to actually help you achieve your forex dream from a beginner to finished. But here is the key thing, right? The program, the starters program, the beginner 7G academic program for starters and for existing traders actually costs $250, but you are not paying it. The funded program is going to send the money to your wallet for you to pay for that program. The only thing you need to do to qualify for this program is simply, number one, you have to open a trading account with one of the partnering broker and sponsors of the funded program scholarship. Number two, you also have to fund that account with a minimum of $20 and above. This is your sign of commitment to yourself. You are not giving us the money. This is a sign that you are serious, and this qualifies you for the $250 for the funded program scholarship course. Remember, the $250 is simply to pay for your course. We will send the money to your wallet once we verify that you have credited your own personal trading account with the Octa FX using our link. It is going to be amazing. You're going to be introduced to how trading works. You are going to be introduced to the main thing that you need to know about trading. This promises to be great. Remember, this is the only program where you don't pay money. Outside of that, we will also be sponsoring you for another advanced program with maybe one of the top 5 forex traders in Nigeria by the funded program. But that is going to come later after you have done your beginners class with us. Remember, do not give anybody money. You only qualify for the scholarship, and you need to do it now. The August program is starting right now. To join this program and get more of inquiry, where you can have access to my to our training and free mentorship for now, you need to go to the description button and join the WhatsApp group ASAP as fast as possible. We are going to be receiving you, and we are going to be enrolling you in the program. Remember, you must have a $20 minimum above to fund your personal trading account. That is not a fee. That is not a money you give to us. After you do that, we will send you the $250, which you can't withdraw, but only use to actually subscribe. Make sure you join right now before it is too late. Thank you. Okay. Because I see you are just interested in, okay, no, don't worry. I've talked about the people that are part of it. Yes. And I said I'm going to talk about where the IB comes in playing their role in this industry as tools, which they know and everybody knows, okay? But the masses don't know, the traders don't know. The 95% are not aware. So I'm saying to you that when they design the system is designed with the idea that 95% of you will fail. That means if 100,000 people comes to a broker, they expect that 95,000 people will lose their money.
Wow.
On the strength of that, they do not take the money you deposit first to connect to a liquidity provider. That gives us the B book. They keep it in-house. This is where they said you are trading against your broker, that your broker is taking an opposite position of your trade.
Okay.
It simply means your broker expects you first to fail. That's what I want you to know. You are coming to an industry where you have been expected, the expectation on you first,
even before you
place a trade, is that you should fail. And now you came with a bad mindset to also hasten that failure. So when you deposit the money, they leave this money in the B book, which is not connected to a liquidity provider. That simply means if at all you lose that money, the money was not lost directly to the market. The money goes to the broker. Is that okay? The money goes to the broker himself. That is how it works in the industry. Please listen. Now, being a B book broker is not a crime, but there are manipulations that also follows it. That simply means if you make profit and double your account, it is your broker that pays you that money, not the market. Now, let me ask you a question. If that is the case, why do you think they should just allow you just make millions while the broker is going to pay? From which liquidity do you think he will pay? Your money is the liquidity and the money of other 95. That is how the broker creates liquidity for himself at the B book. When the liquidity provider creates liquidity from the A book create liquidity from the liquidity provider. The B book create liquidity from the masses.
So do you think the industry is a fair game for the trader?
The industry is a fair game, but the trader doesn't understand how the industry works. So they beat the trader at their own game because they don't understand. So if 95% are going to this point, putting their stop loss, that's what I'm going to. Are you getting me now? Yes. The industry already know where the 95% are going to be. So they are going to wait for all of them once in a while at the point of the 95% and sweep them off. So that is why they designed the model and they propagate it so that everybody trade that way. Okay, MJ, there are people with ICT, smart money concept, and other block, and some that are successful. Go and check it. The successful people with most of these concepts, Mr. Innocent, they adjusted the concept. They have looked into the concept. They revisited the curriculum, work on it, and adjusted it to their own. So some of them have looked at the place where they said, no, you shouldn't enter at this point. I think you should wait for this as another confirmation. So they introduced a second confirmation system. It now made them successful. Because here's the problem with most of this concept. We will not enter at the same point, and our stop loss may not be at the same point, but will be at the same range. Now, that is why I'm saying that the broker can hunt your stop loss. Remember, your money is already in a B book in-house with the broker. And the broker just only need to set the system that once you are close to your stop loss by 10 pip or 12 pip, it should widen the spread. And then it will hit you in the real market. You find that it's not the same. This is why analysis from trading view and MT4 are different.
Quite different, yeah. I've observed that.
If you have observed, trading view is more safer than MT4 because the manipulation on MT4 is high. Nobody wants to talk about this.
Wow.
Nobody wants to talk about this. So this is what drives the 95% to be failure. It is actually an agenda that is being driven. It is intentional.
So let me ask this question now. The people who propagated this information, you see them being successful. So is it possible that a mentor can teach you one-on-one and you are still not successful as a mentee?
100%. Because success is not defined alone by having a mentor. The attitude of the follower matters. Permit me to tell you this. Both Peter and Judas Iscariot had the same mentor called Jesus, but they had different outcomes. Wow. One became a thief, the other became a global world changer in the same, under the same mentorship. So it is possible to be under the same mentorship and then you actually turn out to be a failure. So this is why it is not entirely an academic fault that people are failing. Some people don't just, they have a, there is the other factor like your psychology, like your risk appetite and other things, and the time you are willing to put into this business, into this whole thing. Is that okay? Yes. And your level of understanding. Some people are poor in their understanding. Like the way some people are listening to me now, their understanding is telling them a different thing. Is that okay? So because of that, that mindset is a problem. So here is this, Mr. Innocent. Who you submit your mind to, they will determine your outcome in anything, including forex. Wow. Because it will shape your ideology, your perception, and your approach and your belief system. So you did not become a flipper by chance. I'm still saying it. You became because you submitted your mind to somebody who believe in flipping. Is flipping wrong? No. But let me ask you a question as a flipper. You came to flip. What is your entire network, you that want to flip? You came in $20, $50, $100, which you gathered. Probably your uncle contributed part of that money. Probably your lovely mother contributed part of that money. And you, with the help from a mentor, which you have seen turn $50 to $5,000 in 24 hours, and then and so on. And then you want to replicate it, and they teach you to actually do the same and said you can do this, you can do this. But here is this. Here's what nobody tells you. Your mentor still have a trading course he sell for $300 to $500, but you don't have one. Meaning he has what to fall back to. He takes from that money. Your mentor goes for flipping most of the time, because if he flip, he has already known by nature man is a being of greed. Man always wants more out of nothing or out of something. So because of that, they actually always cash out. People, listen. I didn't say flipping is wrong. I'm asking you a very simple question. Now, they cash out of that greed system you have built over time. And so if I am a mentor and my cost is $300, right? And I have an academy, and I want you to come quickly, to come and subscribe to my academy. I fund $20 or $50 and then try to flip it. Even if I have funded 10 times and I lost the 9, you never get to see the 9. You get to see the one that I want to project. This is part of the game in this industry. Okay, it's intentional to bring people to the course. So I flip that one and I post it and I say, guys, you can see what I just did. Now, meanwhile, you didn't see my failure and my struggle. But now, when I lost the $50 multiplied by 10, it was $500 I lost. The one out of the 10 times that succeeded brought 10 students and more to me to purchase a course of $300, which is $300 multiplied by 10, giving you $3,000. Now, $3,000 came to my pocket as a mentor, but you that came to adopt my theology, you have nothing to fall back to. You that adopted my mindset, you have nothing to fall back to. So you try your first, and then you go back to ground zero. Then you are hoping one day, like your mentor, you will flip again. Let me ask you a question. Why has nobody tried flipping $100,000 account, $50,000 account, $10,000 account? Why has nobody shown you one account that is flipped from this to this, 10,000, then 10,000 to 100,000, 100,000 to 1 million, 1 million to $10 million? Let me tell you, if this is really sustainable, the richest men in the world would have been in Africa, particularly Nigeria. But we don't find them. We only have people who say, I'm the richest trader. Those are nonsense. Yes, we give people credit for what they have accomplished in the industry. They have contributed their quota. But you see, what measurement, what scale of measurement do you use to say you are the best trader in Nigeria or in Africa? What scale do you use that you are the richest in? So we are just be clouded so that we just, this whole thing. Let me tell you, see, if you're a beginner, I want you to focus on your journey. Social media has a lot of distraction. People promote hype over conviction. People sell hype just to extract money. I don't mean there's anything wrong with people selling. I'm telling you the fact. Because at the end of the day, you discover that your journey is interrupted from one mentor to the other. This mentor come introduce this, another mentor come introduce this. Let me ask you a question. Why should an academy be teaching you one thing for the next 1 year? Why will one academy always be why will somebody, imagine, right now, your mentor, while you are watching this video, your mentor has posted a video, not just your mentor, one expert somewhere, let me not say your mentor, one expert somewhere has posted a video, how I turn $100 to $50,000 in 1 minute, strategy explained. Now you go to that video for 1 hour, consuming, waiting for the strategy that turns $100 to $50,000 in 24 hours. At the end of the day, you don't find it, or you find one moving average, stupid thing, and stuff like that. Now, the same mentor who is giving you the strategy that turns $100 or $50 to $50,000 will sell his course for $300. Does that make sense? If you are too even dumb to understand this simple thing, how can you beat the most intelligent mind that designed this market? Because if I got the strategy for free that always turn a $50 to $50,000, how much will I make if I buy the course for $300 after that? It means it's going to make $500,000. Wow. But that is not the case.
So let me ask you this question. I've seen this question in the comment section from our last podcast. People ask, do hedge funds, these big financial institutions, do they trade the same way the retail traders trade?
They do not trade the same way the retail trader trades. When hedge fund, do you know hedge fund look at about 15% in a year in profit?
Wow.
15%. If hedge fund make 15%,
they're done for the year?
They are done. In fact, they will punch champagne. Because that is success to them.
Wow.
You need to define what success is to you in this market.
Just 15%.
Just 15%. In fact, that is a strong pass mark when it comes to hedge fund or fund management, big firm. Okay. Now, here is the thing. Okay. Because I don't want us to deviate. We are going somewhere with the issue of risk management, Innocent.
Yes.
And we need to understand the industry. So the industry that designed this thing hunts everybody at certain points. Okay. That's number one.
Okay.
Number two, most of our experts as IB are tools of the industry too. So what are the tools to the industry, Innocent? It's simple. Are you aware? Are you aware? Now, you'll find this in my next video, okay? You can check out the video by August, right?
Okay.
You will find this. I will explain more of it. Okay. Are you aware that there are 3 ways IB, who are part of the industry, make money to become tools in this industry?
Wow.
And I'm talking about most mentors, most forex experts like me. Is that okay?
Okay. How
money is made in this industry. Now, I'm telling you that there is what is called the P&L deal.
Okay.
The P&L deal allows an individual, as an IB, as an influencer, as an expert like me, to sign a contract with a mentor. Really? Or with a broker.
A broker, okay.
To sign a contract with a broker, to say to the broker and agree with the broker that around 30% of the money that is lost under people under me is given to me by the broker.
Wow.
How is that possible? Because there is a B book. That's why I'm taking my time to explain the industry.
Really?
Because the money that was lost was not lost directly to the market. It was lost in an in-house. So the money is with the broker. So if there is a $1 million under that very IB, and he has a P&L deal, and he manages an account, he gets around a 30% with that deal from the broker. So a $300,000 is paid to him.
Wow.
Are you seeing it now? Because him too already know what I'm saying is true. This is why many mentor uses high lot and encourage people. Sometimes you don't know why they ask you, just load it, raise the bar, let's go. 0.01 will not make mama proud. Let mama calm down.
And as a beginner, you keep loading.
No, as a beginner, you are loading. Let mama calm down. Are you understanding me? 0.01 cannot buy a Lamborghini. My friend, you can't even buy a bicycle with the way you are trading. So we need to understand, why do people drive an ideology? I'm talking about the industry because you are asking me about risk management. I can't even talk about risk management right now first until we exhaust what the industry is. Because when I begin to talk about risk management, you will now understand why the concept of risk management from me is different.
Wow.
Because at the end of the day, the P&LD covers the IB. I'm not saying all brokers do it, but I'm telling you that most broker and people know that, you see, if a broker or an MD know the P&LD does not exist, it should make a video and counter this.
Really?
Yes. Most money that are lost are shared behind closed doors. Do you really think, look.
So we are in a rigged industry.
This industry is very serious. See, this is not to scare you guys, but it's to help you understand where you are coming to. Because you are just repeating a cycle of failure and pain. And I am so sorry. Hope is not a strategy in this market. You will not make it in the next 10 years if you are not careful. You will use the years others used to become pilots and have meaningful life. Others used to become engineers and have a meaningful life. Others used to become doctor. You invest it in the industry and later you will regret because you believe one day you will be like your mentor. Because you don't understand what the industry is. You see, I've not come to stop risk management because it is at the market level. You start controlling your risks from the understanding of the industry before you even go to the market. So when you now understand this, you now understand that you are already fighting against an organized system that is waiting for you to fail. It expects you to fail. It has put a lot in form of technology and intelligence for you to fail. Now you now come into the industry. So you wonder why somebody trades $15,000 with 50 lot size. And yet he said he's a fund manager. You collect the money from a mentee or from an investor, $50,000, and you execute 150 lot size. And people are cheering for foolishness. You know why? Because at the end of the day, whether they make profits or they lose, the P&LD behind the closed door actually covers him. Wow. So you need to be careful of this industry. Let me tell you. I am of the belief, this is me, right? I am of the belief that 98% forex trader in Africa need therapy.
Why do you say that?
We are not okay. I'm telling you, even most of the people watching me, we are not okay. Do you know, most forex traders actually don't know they are not all right. It's not easy to lose money. Do you think it's easy to lose? I've met traders who have lost $11 million in this industry at age 30.
Wow.
We have met traders who have lost $1 million at age 125. $4 million. Do you really think losses leaves you neutral? Just because you still walk around, do you think it leaves you neutral? The problem in this part of the world is that to them, success is all about money. They leave other parts, important part of life, like the mental health, psychological health, and others begin to suffer it around us as traders. You see many traders, they are a problem to their family, a problem to a spouse, a problem to themselves and their friend, because they are not okay. Why will you be okay? We really need therapy. Are you understanding me now?
Yes.
We really need therapy because we are not okay. Why will it become normal for you to lose and tell people, guys, you see, I will risk it, I will do it, I will hit the lot size and stuff.
And that brings me to a question. Who should pay for the losses when a mentor loses an investor's money?
Who should pay for the losses?
Because I've actually been a victim.
Oh, Patrick, you have been a victim. Guys, we have a victim. We have a victim right here. and who should pay for the losses?
Wow, very insightful moment with Sir MJ Young. Thank you so much, sir, for coming on the show.
Thank you.
And I believe our audience will really want to have you next time on the next episode. So guys, I believe you guys really enjoyed this show, and Sir MJ Young is going to officially open a YouTube channel where he can be answering your questions. So the first 20 people to drop their questions in the comment section of this video are going to have an opportunity for Sir MJ Young to respond to your questions in his own YouTube channel. So make sure to also check the description of this video for his Instagram handle, his TikTok handle, and his new YouTube channel. And I'm also going to be dropping the Instagram handle and also the TikTok handle for Patricon Digital Hub. So I'll see you guys in the next session.